Hey everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. I've been on the carnivore diet for 7 months now, lost 70 pounds, and I'm just back from a month in India where I wasn't on the carnivore diet. I have been on it for the past week since I got back, and today I'm doing my bi-weekly shopping trip. Sometimes I go to Costco, sometimes to Walmart, sometimes to Aldi's, but this week I'm going to Costco. I have an additional challenge this month. I spent more money than I should have in India, so my budget is stricter this month for groceries. I'm going to try to get by on $150 for 2 weeks. We'll see if I can do it. It means I'm not going to be able to get any ribeye steaks, which go for about $70 for 4 of them, but I'm sure I'll find something to keep me full for a couple weeks. Now, one thing to keep in mind, I live in Connecticut. I live in the Metro New York area, and this is one of the most expensive places in the country to buy groceries. In general, things cost a good 20 to 30% more here than they would in, say, Western Pennsylvania or Indiana. I know that there are cheaper stores in some places where you can get better deals, but in Connecticut, Costco is one of the better places you're going to find. So let's go in and see what they got. So while I'm here, I'm going to buy a couple t-shirts. They had some nice Gary t-shirts for $9.99 the last time I came in. So I bought one. They fit perfectly, and I'm gonna get a couple more. They will be outside my food budget, but I'm really short on clothes right now because I've shrunk and I desperately need a couple t-shirts. Yeah, so here they are. Jerry's Active Tees for $9.99 each. Let's see, I'm gonna get a black one, and I will get a gray one. I'm wearing one of the blue ones already, so don't need another blue one. All right, there we go. Gotta say, I love buying clothes at Costco. Costco and TJ Maxx are my place to go clothes shopping. You can really save a lot of money over, say, Banana Republic or any of the real brands. What can I get that's gonna keep me under $150 for 2 weeks? Fresh wild flounder for $9.99 a pound. Or the farm-raised, no, I don't do farm-raised. I may be on a budget, but I'm not on that much of a budget yet. Farm-raised wild haddock for $9.99. Funny, the farm-raised salmon costs more than the wild haddock. Tuna, shrimp. Oh, here's what of course I always go straight to the most expensive thing. Look at those Dungeness crabs, $7.99 a pound. Farm raised, $9.99 a pound. Wild sockeye salmon, that's also $9.99 a pound. That doesn't make sense. I'm gonna leave that alone for now, and I may come back to the fish, but I'm looking for something a bit cheaper per serving. So the organic ground beef is $6.24 a pound. That's about, $6.24 a serving. Well, I usually eat a whole pack, so more like $7.50 a serving. And this one is $4.19 a pound, so this is a much better deal. And since I'm on a budget, this is what I'm going to do. It's pretty lean. It's 88 lean, 12% fat. That's fine. I don't like a lot of beef fat that's cooked with my meal. I'd rather add a couple tablespoons of butter to get my fat. So that'll work. That's about 6 servings. 6, maybe 5, depending on how hungry I am. So I'm going to call it 5 servings. That means I need 9 more servings before I'm done. And I'm going to go for another old standby, chuck steak. Let's see what else is cheap. Flank steak. Flap meat steak. I've never cooked that. That's $10.99 a pound. Here's a whole top round for $5.19 a pound. What do you guys do with the top round? Is that something you'd roast, or is it something you'd cut up and make into steaks? I'm curious. Let me know in the comment section what you would do with the top round. Maybe I'll get some next time I'm here. Inside skirts for $10.99 a pound, short ribs for $12.99 a pound. I love short ribs, but that's a bit expensive. All right, so here's the chuck pot roast for $6.49 a pound. Of course, once it cooks down, it's smaller. The fat's still there, but I'd say there's 5.45 pounds, and that's probably 4 servings for $35, about $8 a serving. 5, I'm gonna say 5. I'll get 5 servings out of that. Here's one. This is 6.24. Let me get this one. All right, so 11 servings. I just need 3 more servings of food here. Short ribs, $9.99 a pound. There's a brisket, $3.79 a pound. That's pretty big, but I'd have to bake it. I'm gonna pass on the brisket. That looks complicated. $3.67 for ground turkey. $4.99 for a rotisserie chicken. But we all know what's in them. There's a lamb roast for $4.99 a pound. That's not bad, and it's boneless. Let's see, is that going to put me over my budget? Love leg of lamb. 30, 70, 100. Nope, still in budget. I think there's 3 servings plus in there. I would have gotten some pork, but you know, I eat pork belly almost every morning for breakfast, so last thing I want is pork in the afternoon for my afternoon meal. And I'm gonna buy one of these. It's 6 pounds. It's 12 servings for me because I eat about half a pound every breakfast. And maybe I'll just skip breakfast the other 2 days. Got your prepared food. I never buy these anymore. I used to live off of these things back before Carnivore. Now the only thing I would consider would be this, and this is a pretty good deal. It's pot roast for $6.99 cooked, and the uncooked one is $4.99. I'm sorry, $6.49. So only 50 cents a pound more. It's good to have that on hand, to have something that's already prepared if you come home hungry and you don't feel like cooking. But I'm not going to get that. I already have my pot roast and I don't mind cooking it. Corned beef brisket for $3.72 a pound. Seasoning packet included. Stovetop or oven. I guess it's already cooked in you. Well, no, it's not. I wonder how you cook that on stovetop. A lot of unnecessary ingredients in there, though. You use a pressure cooker or a slow cooker. I may get a brisket next time, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm all set. I also need some butter. They have the Kirkland grass-fed. I'm going to check the ingredient list. It's pasteurized cream, milk, and salt. A while ago I looked at Kerrygold and they had skim milk as one of the ingredients, which I do not understand. Let's see if that's still the case. Yeah, pasteurized cream, skimmed milk cultures. If anyone knows anything about that in the comment section, let me know. Is that a bad thing that it has skimmed milk cultures, or is that just a way to emulsify it or something? I'm gonna go for the Kirkland though, because it's $5 a pound cheaper, $4.50 a pound cheaper. That's a big savings. And then normally I would buy the organic eggs, but since I'm on a budget and they're for $8.49, I'm gonna go for the cage-free eggs. They're a lot cheaper. So we got my eggs. That's it for the cold room. For some reason on this diet I crave bubbly water. I don't know what it is. Let's see if anything fits in my budget. San Pellegrino for $22.49. They have the cans for $22.99. Polar Seltzer variety pack, but this has all that flavoring in it that I don't like. More flavoring. And they're not bad. They don't have sugar. It's just the fruit taste, but I still don't like it. Well, it looks like I have a choice. 3 choices. Buy the expensive Italian import and blow my budget. Buy the one with the fruit flavoring, which I don't mind that. I mean, it's not against my diet. See, it's 0 sugars, 0 carbs, or not have any at all. I'm gonna go for the variety pack. I just realized there's one more thing I need to get. That is coffee. And that will put me over budget by $14. And let's check out the coffee. See if I can minimize the budget blasting here. Wow, this has gone up. I think I paid $15 for this last time. They don't seem to have the flavors that I like. I like medium roast. I don't like dark roast. $8 a pound, 2 pounds in there. That'll last me a month. I'll just drop it off of the next 2 weeks budget. I got a couple things I don't normally have to buy, the coffee and the butter. So yeah, they pushed me up a little bit over my budget. And the last thing I need to buy, my friend from Brazil is still at my place. He watched my apartment and my cat while I was in India. So I need to get him some cereal. That was his request. Not something I would buy, but I'm not such a stiff that I can't buy him his cereal. I think this is the one. He'll pay me that back for that one, so it's not in my budget. My friend actually eats a ton of carbohydrates. He's Brazilian and has a huge sweet tooth, so his diet is meat and sweets. And he never gains any weight. He weighs about 160 pounds, same as he did 30 years ago. I don't know how people do that. You know, it just goes to show that for some of us, a carnivore diet is what we need. Other people don't need it so badly. Diet isn't a one-size-fits-all. And people who try to be too rigid about things for everybody, that's not helpful. There are some people who definitely need to be on a carnivore-only diet. If you have autoimmune issues, if you have blood issues, blood pressure, or cholesterol, and you find that this diet helps like it does for me. If you get a lot of brain fog and depression, yeah, some of us, this is the diet that we need to be on. Other people seem to do fine on a much more sugary diet. I wonder if it's genetics or upbringing, or just some people have different metabolisms. Some people's metabolisms are higher, but the biggest problem we have in our system now is rigidity about the diet. You know, the medical establishment decides that one diet is best for everybody, one diet fits all, and then the 50% of the people who don't do well with that diet are all getting fat and getting high cholesterol, diabetes, and dying. Really, you got to listen to your own body, see what works for you, and try to cut out some of the noise from outside. If you're on carnivore, like I am, I'm sure you've gotten all kinds of well-meaning advice from people telling you that it's not a healthy diet. If you're doing well with it, if you've lost weight, if your blood work is good, don't listen to them. Listen to the results.
No, it was one of these.
Listen to how you feel and listen to the results. Keep an eye on your blood work. Don't be in denial about it, but if you're like me and everything's improved, everything's fine, well, that says everything you need to know. I'm done. I'm back in the car, got everything put away. My total was $213 plus tax, $215.81. The only thing that sales tax applies to here is my shirts. In Connecticut, they don't tax groceries, which is a great thing. So $20 for the shirts brings me down to $193. The shirts come out of my clothing budget. I'm not going to count them here. And the cereal was almost $14. I remember back when I was eating cereal, even 8 months ago, and I could get the same box for $7 or $8. So that's really gone up. Sound like my grandfather. Back when I was a kid. In some ways, the old days were better, right? $193, $183. I spent about $180 on my groceries. I should have put that seltzer back. I wanted it, but you know, if I'm really going to be hardcore about a budget, I just have to do without sometimes. To be honest, with that leg of lamb, I've got a good 17 or 18 servings here. So this is going to get me through 17 days instead of just 14. So it's not like end of world that I spent a bit more than I should have. I think I've got a couple extra meals here that are going to carry me through. So other than the seltzer, I don't have any problems with the things that I bought. It's possible to do carnivore on the cheap. If you want to do carnivore for $150 every 2 weeks, $75 a week, it is possible. That's it for this video. I'll talk to you in the next one.